Bro, this food and nutrition shit is getting out of control because only in America do you have to work out 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 2 to 3 hours a day just to maintain an overweight BMI. For real. Only in America is plus size considered normal sizes, and then the normal sizes for everywhere else in the world are for petite women and children. Only in America can you get a food serving for one person. Our meal portions in America for one person can feed a family of 4. Everywhere else in the fucking world. Only in America are we charging to feed our children processed and preserved school lunches that have no nutritional properties at all. And they get a 20 to 30 minute lunch break. Like, what the fuck? Since we're on a roll with this shit, we are the only country that specifies between organic and non-organic food. And organic really is just code for I can afford to eat real food. Possibly. We are seriously the only country with an abundant amount of influencers that post cooking videos where everything is coming from a jar or a can. Everything is frozen, everything is processed, everything is preserved, and they're all just lopping it into one cancer ceramic dish and preheating it to 425 degrees because we like our carcinogens piping fucking hot here. Only in America do we call Alzheimer's because everywhere else in the world calls it what it really is, which is stage 3 diabetes. Only in America are we arguing over our tax dollars feeding our poor, but we don't bat a fucking eye when all of our tax dollars go to fund a genocide or somebody else's war. I guess that's okay, right? I mean, literally, we are the only country that on every developed corner you can find a gym, a supplement store, a smoothie thing, and 10 fast food restaurants, and nobody sees the irony behind it. On my commute to work, when I have to go into the office, I drive 3 miles to get to the highway. I pass 50 to 60 different fast food restaurants and chains, 4 gyms, 3 supplement stores, and a Smoothie King, right? Like, what? There isn't a single country in the world, that has the relationship we do with food, diet, and exercise. Everywhere else in the world, bodybuilding is like an Olympic sport or reserved for athletes. A regular citizen does not have to go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week because they get nutrition from their food and it doesn't poison them to obesity, diabetes, and cancer. Like, the rest of the world, overall, generally speaking, is pretty healthy because their government pays for their health care. And when your government pays for your health care, they put more restrictions on the Food and Drug Administrations because they have a vested interest in your health. They are financially responsible for you when something goes wrong, so they don't want something going wrong. But here in America, all of that is privatized. All of that is running rampant with corporate greed. And then they brainwash you to believe that if you want healthy food options, affordable drugs, or free healthcare, you're a fucking socialist. Not smart, not intelligent, not just somebody who doesn't want their life expectancy decreasing with every generation. No, you're a fucking communist, you commie prick. Everywhere in the world literally thinks all Americans are these fat, obese gluttons who are just hammering back 2 liters of pop for breakfast, when in reality, even if you're on a vegan diet, a keto diet, a calorie deficit, working out 5-6 days a week, 2-3 hours a day in the gym, taking all your vitamins and supplements, you're lucky if you can maintain a healthy weight. Best case scenario. Losing weight here is next to impossible, and it's because once you hit like your early to late 30s, you just reach this plateau where your body can't take any more processed or poisoned food, and it just starts accumulating weight with all the carcinogens and preservatives and hormones. There's only so long your body can hold out under this shit. Let me just give you guys some perspective from personal fucking experience, right? I have a handful of friends who before age 35 had to have full hysterectomies. My best female friend had 2 strokes before age 35. My best male friend died at age 40 of kidney failure after receiving a kidney transplant. My father, he had about 6 to 7 different stents put in various arteries, 2 triple bypasses, and he ended up dying of heart failure after being diagnosed with stage 3 prostate cancer. My uncle, the same. My Opa, the same. Every woman in my family post age 40 or 50 gets diagnosed with diabetes or breast cancer. At age 37, they found cysts on my ovaries, in my breast, on my liver, and on my fucking kidneys. At 37 years old, I have cysts all over my body. Fucking why? My son started growing breasts at age 11 from all of the hormones in the chicken. Had to stop feeding him that. My daughter at age 9 started going through puberty from all of the hormones in the chicken and the fucking milk. This is the reality of the diet in America. The reality is Americans aren't these fat, lazy, engorged gluttons. The reality is that what they feed us and what they give us to treat us for what they feed us is just this perpetual cycle of profits for them. And it's shortening our fucking lifespans. They don't pay attention to the fact that 2/3 of Americans are obese or overweight. 1/3 of Americans are diabetic. Those numbers don't exist anywhere else in the fucking world. I mean, I'm a perfect example. I go to the gym 5-6 days a week, 2 times a day. I do fasted cardio in the morning. I lift weights in the fucking evening. I count calories every single day. I have such a negative obsession and relationship with food, diet, and exercise that it is to my mental detriment. And when I go to my doctor and I say, it shouldn't be this fucking difficult, they prescribe me Ozempic. They prescribe me fucking Adderall. It's not, let's put stricter regulations on what we're feeding Americans. I paid through the fucking nose just to eat organic food that I don't even fucking know if it's organic. So no, Americans aren't fat, lazy gluttons who refuse to work out. Our government is quite literally feeding us poison for fucking profit and then treating us with more poison for a bigger fucking profit because none of it ever falls on them.